I also use Dragonboat. And what I like about that is it connects to Jira. So then it automatically updates. So then I don't have to manually go shift it, right? Because all the other, and I've used AHA, I've used Product Board, like I've used those other ones that are most focused on creating the visual. But those are still requiring me to go in directly and shift it, right? So it doesn't remove the manual piece. But it's nice if it's all connected up. All the systems are connected up, all the way to OKRs, all the way to Jira, right? So now the things update automatically. And then in the mid-quarter, now, of course, all that requires a change management effort with the company, which is getting everybody to actually use it as a source of truth and getting everybody to update their Jira tickets, all the engineers, right? And so that the whatever is reflected is actually reality. Because what you don't want is people to go there and then realize, oh, I still got to talk to Connie anyway. So
Right.
I'm just going to stop going to the tool, right?
Right.
So that requires managing. But once you have the system up and everybody going there, then you get that state which I was talking about, where 99% of the inquiries go there, and I only have to handle the 1%.
Right. Yeah, I think you're totally right. Having we all have had our shares of spreadsheet. That's why I started Dragonboat as well. It's actually something, if you do use Dragonboat, if you connect your Dragonboat with your plan, it is tracked over the history. And that will be a really good starting point to talk to your team, like a quarterly check-in, not necessarily happen only once a quarter, right? So most of the quarterly planning is followed by weekly or bi-weekly check-in. Just like if we do our sprint planning, we do daily stand-up. At the portfolio level, you have a quarterly planning or bi-monthly. You do this weekly or bi-weekly check-in to see how you're performing, what is your original thoughts, did anything new add to the plan, anything kind of fall behind, then you can make adjustment. And having a tool to enable that, it's so much easier than, again, PMs taking the burden to do all the manual work themselves. Yeah.
And I'll say the magic is what used to take me 4 hours to do, to line everybody up, I can do it in 10 minutes in the tool.
Wow, that's cool.
I used to have to manually adjust. I'll get input. Oh, here are the dates changing. Here's all the dependencies, right? I have to adjust everything manually and then go talk to the stakeholders. Okay, what about this plan? What about this new plan, right? Because if something shifts, everything else shifts. So then I shift it to a new plan. I go propose it to various people, have those meetings, or I gather everybody and I do it. But when I gather everybody, I've already prepped that meeting for like an hour, right? I can't do it live. That's the problem. I can't do it live. Whereas in the tool, if everybody's hooked up with the Jira and everybody's actually hooked up and using it properly, then I can pull it off in 10 minutes because I can do it live in the meeting. This is live demo time, right? Which is gives everybody the creepies. But you can do it, like you practice and then you go in and I'm like, okay, I'm going to live move this.
Right.
And this is what's going to happen. Everybody sees it and they're like, oh, okay, well, you can't do that because whatever, right? I'm like, okay, we can't do this one. Okay, how about we move this one? So then we do that and somebody else will be like, oh, we can't do that. So then you kind of flush out all of the, well, you can't do this, but everybody's there listening to it all at the same time.
Right.
So that's the magic is, right? Like I don't have to take hours to prep for that. I can pull the bars around live and actually see impact.
Right. And it's very funny you said that it's kind of really tied to the theme of you don't want to be the bottleneck and you don't want to be the only one responsible for everything, because you do rely on collective input of different stakeholders to make the best decision across the board. Therefore, put yourself on the side, trying to do that kind of planning and then managing all by yourself and then present is actually very slow, right? So it's not a real time and collaboration. It's more like asynchronized. I do my stuff, come over, people say it's no good, you go back to do more work, come back to meet again, right?
Yep.
So yeah, that's definitely something that we experience a lot, and we want to have a new way to address that.